Before I start this video today, there is a free unlock in the Star Stable shop. So if you log into the account either on the website or in the launcher and you go to the shop tab, you can claim this bonnet for free. Make sure to do that soon though, because I believe it expires on the 1st. Hey friends, it's UrsulasRevenge, and I hope you're not sick of me because there's another video, because since it is the last Friday of the month, we have a new blog post. This blog post is all about Nomi's new song, Blight, and the making of it, as well as the making of the Swedish Warmblood. Normally I would read you the entire blog post, however, this time I am just going to read the part about the Swedish Warmblood because I know that that's the one you guys are dying to hear about anyway. I do still recommend you go read the first section written by Nomi about her song Blight. It is really inspiring and kind of cool to see the behind the scenes look, especially if you're into music creation. I will talk about one part though because I really like this. She talks about how marching gas has been a part of the history of the game and we as players have grown up alongside it. So the thought of kind of going into that area now after we have changed so much, she specifically says, I wanted the song to reflect that feeling of returning somewhere familiar but seeing it through older eyes. And then goes on to say that the song itself is written from the Blight's perspective and how you are the Blight, and by saving the forest you also save yourself. And damn, that was so deep. Anyways, that part gave me chills. I super recommend you just read through that part if you're interested in hearing more about how the song was made. Congrats to Nomi and her entire team because the song is incredible and I know the community loves it so much. At least I do. But hey. Anyways, let's move on to talk about the Swedish Warmblood. This article is written by Alicia, who is a 3D artist. Hello Star Fam, I am back again here to talk about the beautiful Swedish Warmblood. Ah, the Swedish Warmblood, our very own galloping treasure, the companion you'll find all around in Sweden. This breed is one of the world's oldest warmbloods, originating in the 1600s to 1700s through the crossing of Swedish country horses and other agile European breeds to meet the need for a swift and sturdy horse in the cavalry. Today we still see the Swedish Warmblood as a big part of Swedish culture, as it parades through the streets of Stockholm, competes successfully in all Olympic disciplines, and is a sweet friend at home. Before going into production, my team once again had the opportunity to meet the breed. Our wonderful Jess, who has been working closely with us, brought us to her stable to talk about the breed and get a proper feel for it. At the stable, we got to meet beautiful Cadenza, also called Denza, who is Jess's own Swedish Warmblood mare. She is tall and of quite a strong build, and we decided to make her our inspiration for this breed. She felt very fitting and helped us distinguish this Warmblood from our others. And she has a sister who also inspired one of the coats. Her name is Dulcissimo, also called Dolly, although she lives in Norway with Ingvild from our team. Unfortunately, we weren't able to meet her, but she is also a very beautiful Warmblood. I was so excited when I saw that the community had voted for us to do the Swedish Warmblood in-game, and I was even happier when the team wanted to stop by for a visit. My family has been breeding SWBs on a small scale since the late 80s, and Cadenza and Dolly are the third generation of breeding from a mare that my grandparents bought, Jess. Another cool thing to mention, the animators got the opportunity to use Denza as a reference for this breed's jumps, which was extremely helpful. With this breed's history in mind, we wanted to give it a nod to its traditional uses, such as the Royal Mounted Guards. You will see some main styles, items, and moves inspired by that. I wanted to incorporate some of the flowy medium-length manes and short tails from the breed's earlier history, as well as a shorter, sportier mane that doesn't lie completely flat, often seen on our current guard horses here in Sweden. Note, these items are concepts inspired by the Swedish Royal Mounted Guards by Melly, an item artist. The items began exploring an all-around direction, but we pivoted to align with the traditional vision for the horse. Since we have some new systems in place now, getting into them is very interesting and sometimes results in some fun bugs like some haunting ghost horses and boots that seem to have come in extra large. I seem to have ordered the wrong size. Oops. The team has done such a wonderful job on this horse, both the animation team who have created such lovely movements and Alicia who has captured the horse so wonderfully. Having my dear Denza and her sister Dolly in game along with the coat variation of my other horse, Thea, on the Hanoverian, it is a privilege I am so grateful for. Thanks to the team for their wonderful job and for letting me be a small part of this journey, Jess. With nobility comes great honor, so smile and wave as this horse takes a bow for the crowd. On the podium, the Swedish Warmblood reigns supreme, snatching medals in all Olympic disciplines. This is no exception on Jorvik, where this horse continues to be among the top rankers in the arena. Okay, so that is the entire post. We're going to go through a little bit at a time. I love that they are referencing real life horses when they are making them in game. They've done this a lot for a lot of the recent releases, especially over the last year. A lot of the times when Star Stable releases a new horse, most of the negative feedback that I see is usually this doesn't look like a particular horse of this breed that I rode at some point. And ultimately that just comes down to they're referencing one horse that they feel like is a good representation of that breed. So like, no, if you rode a Connemara when you were 15 and now this Connemara is in the game, it's not going to be exactly like that horse that you rode, because all of the horses are different and they have different standards. And they're using what they have as a reference to make these horses. So I love to meet the horses that they are referencing, because it's just really cool to see how they take a real horse and they transform it into the game. I'm also low-key obsessed with Dolly. She's so pretty. Oh my god. Another thing I want to point out with these pictures is the picture of Denza jumping. For me personally, with these side-by-side pictures, I can see that it's not that close. I mean, you can see with Denza, her legs are much closer to her nose. Kind of like how the Hanoverian jumps, like very, very like tight. And maybe this is just because the picture that they're showing is an early frame of the animation. I'm very curious to see what the final jump animation looks like, to see if it will be closer to the picture on the left of Denza jumping. I know nothing about these breeds, but I mean, if I'm looking at the picture on the left and the picture on the right, I really would like them to have a tighter jump. Also, look at how many chestnuts they have in this picture with the Royal Guard. They're so cute. Look at this one in the front. Oh my god. I'm genuinely so excited for this horse. They're cute. I know a horse is a horse is a horse to a lot of people, and people will say that all the Warmbloods are the same. I disagree. I just think they're all cute, and I'm excited for more horses. And the last major note that I kind of had thinking about this is from this picture with the item exploration for the stuff that will be coming out alongside them. We have kind of like a look at what this Jorvik Royal Guard outfit looks like. I'm surprised there's not more green and that it's very focused on this navy blue instead of like the light blue. We also have a picture of this from the Next Up in Jorvik that's like a little bit more final. The thing I want to point out here though is this. I know that this is a concept and that this was just part of the exploration and this wasn't the final piece and this isn't going to be added to the game, but I have wanted the protective vest shirt in this exact color since they came out with the protective vest colors. I want this color so bad. It is my favorite color. I want it. I need it. Please, please, Star Stable, continue that concept. I want it. I want it so bad. I literally photoshopped an example of this like forever ago because I wanted it, and I was like, I just want to see what it looked like. Oh my god, I need it so bad. I need it in my life. Sorry to just kind of like go off on that, but I love the protective vest colors. Endurance and cross country are my favorite disciplines to compete in for live showing, and I just want all of the colors. All of them. I currently have all the ones that are available in game, and I want more. At least the long sleeve ones. I don't have many of the short sleeve ones. So overall, that is what I want to talk about in the blog post. Let me know what you think. Are you excited for these horses? Let me know what you think about the song Blight. The Swedish Warmblood will come out on March 11th, so we don't have too much more to wait for these, just about a week and a half. So get those names ready, and yeah, I can't wait to see them in game. Anyways, that is it for this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss another video like this. I do try to cover every Wednesday update and more, so much more this week. And I will see you all in the next video. Bye!